Do you want to get paid while you learn new skills? Or are you an employer looking for an apprentice or trainee? Kimberley Group Training can set you or your business up for life.
Warren Gary Radio, 693 AM. Got Shanker here just covering for Scotty this morning. And we've got a special guest in the studio with us now. John Gummery, CEO of KGT, Kimberley Group Training, has joined us now. And John, there's been a lot of changes, obviously, in the broader sense of what's been happening in your operating environment with challenges in terms of funding and so forth. But you're here today and this morning to chat to us about some changes happening on a local level in terms of developments that have been happening within the KGT environment. Welcome, first of all.
Yeah, thank you.
So, John, tell us a little bit about the Skills Centre, which is going to be opening later on this year.
Yeah, well, the Skills Centre, which has certainly been given a great support by the local community, is has commenced to be built out in Kentia Way, and the Skills Centre concept has always been around trying to fill the gap of a lot of young people that are probably not ready to go to work and just don't have those basic literacy, numeracy and work skills to be able to enter the workforce or to go into institutional-based training. So KGT saw a gap there, and with the support of just about everybody in the community, and that's major business, we decided to take the opportunity to build the Skills Centre with the community support. And this Skills Centre will really be about basic introductory type pre-employment training, and really about the soft skills. So we're really looking around numeracy, literacy, workability skills, self-reliance, motivation, health and well-being, and really trying to get that cohort of people who have probably fallen through the cracks back up through the cracks, so they're given every opportunity to either enter the workplace in mainstream employment and or go on to institutional-based training.
Fantastic. So it sounds like a really holistic sort of approach there, and also obviously you mentioned the partnerships with communities, so it's sort of everyone's involved and looking at everything here.
Yes, everyone's involved, and if I go back through some of the people who supported it, and we look at MG Corporation, Wunan Foundation, the local school, the Shire, and so many more. Without their support, Kimberley Group Training wouldn't have gone down this track.
And I suppose that's really important to sustaining a program, isn't it? To have that partnership involvement from a range of stakeholders to make sure that it actually does last. Oh,
definitely. I mean, I think that's the most important ingredient. And as I said, we wouldn't have gone down this track without the community support. And we made that very clear that this is really a community project, and one that we feel will get a number of more young people, and not just young people, ready to go into employment.
All right, speaking of young people, let's say I'm a young person that has just heard about the Skills Centre, right? Talk me through that process. What do I see, and how do I engage with that Skills Centre mechanism?
Well, the Skills Centre probably won't be ready for operational use until around September. We'll be working very closely with the local RJCPs and other providers, and we'll be probably looking at that 10%. If you look at where the employment arena is at the moment, it's the top 10% that are probably going into employment. What we're really going to be looking for here is that next 10% that we believe we can get ready to go into employment. So the process will be that most of these young people will be registered with the local RJCP, and we'll be working very closely with them to try and engage those people into meaningful programs that basically get them, once again, up through those cracks and ready for it to go out into the employment world.
We're listening to John Gummery here, the CEO of KGT, who's in the studio with us this morning to talk about some of the developments that are happening with KGT on a local level here in Kununurra and East Kimberley. John, the other project that you've got on the on the horizon here is this project with the Department of Housing and our local builders and working with young people around construction. Tell me a bit more about that.
Well, I think this is a very exciting one for the local community, and probably about 2 or 3 years ago, certainly as the CEO of Kimberley Group Training, I saw a gap where a lot of the young people we were putting into employment in the building and construction industry were not really getting the opportunity to complete their apprenticeship. So the continuity of the building trade was sort of hit and miss, I suppose. So I approached the Department of Housing and Works with a a strategy to try and shore up enough houses to build over the time frame of an apprenticeship. And so in total, and hopefully we will get 12 houses to build over 3 years, which will actually give the apprentice a starting point and a completion point. This program is fairly reliant on a number of factors, and something that I sort of made very well known at the time, that we needed to have a local builder engaged in the project and not a builder coming from elsewhere.
Because the relationship is for 3 years, really. I mean, that three figure, it's actually the duration of a normal apprenticeship, isn't it?
That's right, yes. And what we really want to do is be able to give them that starting point, but have the continuity of work.
Someone to work with.
To go and get them right through to the end. But I must stress that this program in the first year, and the first 3 houses we hope to commence building in late April, is very, very heavily reliant on people participating. So right now, where we have a number of jobs within the community, we're finding it very difficult to attract young people to get on board and be part of this program. So the program is heavily reliant on, having 6 kids engaged. So
Absolutely.
We're trying to encourage the youth of the region to get on board with this project, as it is heavily reliant. If we don't get through the first 12 months with all the boxes ticked, then there's a possibility the community could lose the project.
And that's a really important message that you're communicating there, John, because just a few days ago here on this show we were talking about the industry saying that there's actually youth unemployment in Kununurra and remote WA, and that's going up and up and up. What you're saying actually here is that actually no, for young people in Kununurra there are real opportunities and real jobs available for them today.
Oh, without question. I mean, I think that is quite often preached around, that there's no jobs for the youth. Well, I can sit here and say, well, there is jobs. And here is an example of where we've engaged 15 young people in a pre-employment program to go into this project, which has great outcomes, not only for the participants, but for the community at large, and also for the continuity of the program going into the future. And out of that 15 young people we engaged in the pre-employment program, we only have 3 left. So that tells me we've got some fundamental problems, and maybe still there's too many soft options out there for these kids to take up.
Fantastic. We'll listen to John Gummery here, from the CEO of KGT, saying that there are real jobs and real opportunities for young people looking for them. And if you want to get in touch and find out more information, either about the Skills Centre or the construction training opportunities, you can get in touch with KGT today on 9168 3808. That's right, isn't it, John? You can call up.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Yeah. So you can call up and find out more information. You'll be patched through to the right department to get more information. John Gummery, thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to hearing about the results of these 2 big projects coming up this year.
Yes, they're very exciting, and look, it's I think it's exciting for the community and for the youth of the region. What we need now is for those youth to get on board and be part of this program, and hopefully we'll see a lot of them going through the Skills Centre, where we can actually develop those skills within them to make sure that when they go out into an employment opportunity, that they feel comfortable and they feel a lot more ready to participate in that environment.
So if you're a young person listening in or a parent, that number again, 9168 3808 for KGT. Thanks, John, and we'll kick on with our show. Eskimo Joe, Black Fingernails, Red Wine. Of course, Eskimo Joe coming up very shortly at the Ord Valley Muster and Kimberley Moon experience, so we're all looking forward to that. So stay tuned. You listen to Warren Garrett Radio, 693 AM.
If you're looking for a career that can take you places, or if you want to take the hassle out of employing an apprentice or trainee, contact Kimberley Group Training, your pathway to success, 9168 3808, or visit our website www.kgt.org.au, or follow us on Facebook.